Hi Virgo, how are you? I hope that you are doing well. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Nina or Sinfulpluto, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for joining us again today, and I hope that you receive a message that you need to hear for the next 2 weeks. This is going to apply to Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Sidereal and Tropical, so make sure to check both. And if you don't know what your placements are, you can go to Cashapp.com and they will have everything that you need, kid. Alright, and this is going to apply for the dates between September 9th through the 22nd. Okay, so Virgo, happy birthday. I hope that your season has been treating you well. I'm very excited. I'm very blessed to be, not only to be back, but I'm so happy for this month. It definitely was not what I expected, but it's been very powerful for me. So thank you, Virgo season, for that. I hope that you've been treating yourselves well and drinking lots of water and taking care of yourself, especially your digestive system, eating the right foods. Because I know you guys can have a bit of a sensitive stomach. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so Virgo, we have a full moon approaching on the 13th. It's going to be in Pisces, so I know it's going to be opposing you, and that's why I decided to do the videos for you guys first, because it's a very important time. Oh my gosh. So let's just get into it, all right? So what is in store for Virgo for the next 2 weeks? What should they be expecting between... Okay, that's too many cards that you're giving me right here, buddy. What is in store for Virgo between September 9th through the 22nd? What should they be expecting? You are definitely wanting to talk here, man. We'll take those 2 cards. Alright. So we have the Ten of Wands and the Sun reversed. So you could be dealing with a Leo. Maybe a Leo is giving you a little bit of a hard time. Maybe they feel a little bit like a burden. But I also feel that for you, Virgo, some of you are not taking care of your inner child. Some of you are losing sight of the light. I'm a poet. I feel like some of you are losing sight of your own light, but of the light at the end of the tunnel. The Ten of Wands signifies a burden. This is very heavy Capricorn energy to me, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel like a lot of you may have been carrying a lot of burdens, and I feel that a lot of those burdens aren't even your own. And I feel that you have been trying to please other people. You have been trying to make them happy, or to take off the burdens from their back so that they can be happy, so that they don't have to worry about it. But in doing that, I feel that a lot of you have lost sight of your own goal. A lot of you have lost sight of your own inner child. I feel that for a lot of you, if it hasn't been already happening, it might happen within the next 2 weeks. But I feel that a lot of you have just been... A lot of you have been neglecting your inner child, your creativity. A lot of you have been neglecting that, I feel like. You've been all work and no play. I feel that with the Sun card reversed. You haven't been allowing yourself to be free, to be liberated. I just see heaviness and heaviness. I feel that a lot of you may be losing yourself in work, or in whatever obligations or responsibilities that you have. And I feel that a lot of you may have been piling on a lot of things because of some sort of breakup that happened. 2 of Cups reversed. Whether it was romantic, whether it was platonic, whether it was some sort of falling out that you had with a coworker, whether it was a falling out that you had at a job, maybe, you were fired, or maybe you quit. Or maybe this has something to do with school. Whatever this is, whatever energy, whatever circumstance that it is for you, I feel that you have been piling on a lot of work stuff, or just a lot of burdens, obligations, responsibilities. I feel that in trying to remain numb, in trying to ignore the problem, in trying to not deal with it, I guess. it's like you're trying to shine the light somewhere else with the Sun card reversed. You don't want the light to be shining on this separation or on this overall disharmony. I feel like a lot of you just haven't really been taking care of yourselves, because the Two of Cups reversed to me can also just signify like a mirror. It's like a lot of you are avoiding looking at your own mirror, looking at your own reflection and seeing yourself for who you are. I feel like you have been trying to shine the light on somewhere else. And I feel like there's just this overall burden. I feel like maybe some of you are being very childish. And you refuse to look at the mirror. You know, with the Ten of Wands, the person is looking down. He's not looking up. He's not looking forward. He's trying to, like, ignore all of the stuff that he is carrying. I feel like there may be some, like, I feel like a lot of you might be suppressing something or repressing something that you don't want to face. And I feel that, you know, it's trying to come to the surface. You know, the sun is trying to bring light to the situation, but you're just ignoring. You're looking down. You don't want to look at the sun. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see the subconscious things coming back up. You don't want to look at your own mirror. But why? I know that I understand that it can be hard to look at your own reflection and to see yourself for who you really are, because there are a lot of the times we see things that we don't want to acknowledge, that we don't want to accept of ourselves, and we want to think that we want to protect our egos by thinking that we are perfect, or that we don't have certain traits that we actually in actuality do. I feel like it's really important for you to let go of this burden, because I feel that the longer you carry this burden, whether it's subconscious or conscious, it is going to catch up to you, and eventually you are going to have to drop everything so that you can look at yourself in the mirror, so that you can finally look up into the light. I feel like for some of you, the Ten of Wands signifies that you were, like I said earlier, you're taking on everyone else's responsibilities, everyone else's gunk, and you're not taking care of yourself, first of all. But you are losing the sight of your goal, of your path, because you're trying to carry everyone else's garbage. And you're focusing a lot more on just carrying the weight rather than getting to your end goal, rather than following your own path. And I feel like a lot of you are veering off your own path because you're so focused on other people, on serving other people. And I feel that for some of you, there are two situations here. Either you are going out of your way to take on other people's gunk and serving them and doing things for them when they haven't even asked you. They haven't even hinted at anything, in which case you are responsible for this. Two, there are people who are taking advantage of you and are very aware of what they're doing, and they don't want to deal with their own shit, so they're giving it to you to deal with. In which case, it's important for you to set better boundaries and to be aware of what these people are doing. It could be a Leo, like I said, that you're dealing with. Maybe you're breaking up with a Leo, or maybe there's some sort of falling out with a Leo, or maybe there's just a lot of childish arguing with someone. It doesn't have to be a Leo, but maybe it is childishness in some sort of relationship, in some sort of partnership, whatever partnership this is. Or maybe it's just the partnership within yourself, with yourself. Maybe there's a lot of childishness within that, within your own relationship, within yourself. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is telling me that whatever has been happening, whatever Two of Cups reversed moment happened here, that was meant to happen. And the wheels are always turning. The wheels are always turning so that things can end and things can begin, and that you can move forward in your own life. And I feel like the wheels are turning in the sense that they are encouraging you to follow through with whatever it is that you need to be liberated from, whether it's a job, a person, a situation, a circumstance, a home, whatever it is. There's a sense of liberation that you need to go through. You need to free yourself from all of these burdens, from the weight that you are carrying on your shoulders. I feel like some of you might be slouching a lot, or you can literally physically feel the weight, in which case you need to open yourself up. Some of you might need to work on opening up your heart chakra and expressing more love towards yourself, giving yourself more love, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself a lot more, showing compassion towards yourself, and by doing that, you show more compassion and love towards other people. So that could also be a thing. You can do this by doing like yoga poses, like stretching out your back, like opening up your back, doing like shoulder work, basically opening up yourself. You can go on YouTube and literally look up like yoga poses to open the heart chakra or something like that. Even Google, like, very accessible stuff. You can find it all online. Anyways, that is happening. I feel that here, I have at bottom of the deck, I have the Page of Wands. So I feel that with the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Wands, I feel like the universe is trying to talk to you. You might be receiving the universe probably is trying to communicate with you or has been communicating with you, but I feel like you haven't been acknowledging it, again, because you're looking down. You're looking down, you're not looking up. You are so focused on just carrying the weight and standing up. That's the thing that you're focusing on right now, is just standing up. Like, not even going anywhere, but just standing. And I feel like the universe has been trying to talk to you. And you're missing all of the signs, all of the synchronicities, because you're not paying enough attention. And I feel like it's very important for you to go through with the release. This full moon, I swear to God, this full moon is a very powerful one, bro. This full moon is going to impact you a lot and is going to help you to release the burdens, to release the weight that you carry on your shoulders. Because the weight of the world, I promise you, does not belong on your shoulders. And so, yes, the full moon is going to help you do a lot of release. You can do this by, like, affirmations, meditation, doing some sort of ritual. All of this you can look up online. I promise you, it's a lot easier to find than you might think. So, wheels are turning. Things are meant to happen. And I feel like you kind of have to... I don't want to say you have to go hermit mode, but I feel like you kind of have to be on your own. Because what I'm seeing here is like 2. So we have the 2, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Page of Wands. So I feel like you kind of have to be alone in order for you to receive messages. And this, like I said, is not necessarily hermit mode, although you very well might need to go into hermit mode. But I just feel like you have to open yourself up to the messages, and by doing that, you just gotta be on your own right now. Like, you can't be worrying about other people. You can't be trying to serve other people right now. Like, that's not the point right now. The point is focusing on yourself, focusing on your growth, taking care of your own inner child, taking care of what you have been neglecting on for yourself. That is what is needed. You need to focus on yourself. You need to do better for yourself. You need to liberate yourself. I feel like a lot of you might have, like, childhood trauma that you need to let go of, or, like, just childhood pain, childhood wounds that just have never been healed. There's, like, open wounds that just never have been healed that you really need to let go of. And I feel like this full moon, like I said, listen, I feel like this full moon is a very, very important one. And I feel like it's really going to help you. It really is. For you and Pisces, it's really going to make a huge impact on you. I promise you that. And I feel like it's very important for you to release the trauma, the pain, the resentment, the grudges, whatever it is that you have. Let go of it. Maybe this is in relation to like a relationship that you had when you were a child. Like, with the Sun card reversed and the 2 of Cups reversed, like, maybe there was some sort of breakup in your childhood or some sort of separation. Maybe your parents were divorced or something that you still hold on to something in there, whatever it is, like, whatever it's pain, heartbreak, whatever it is that you still hold on to this from this relationship or from this past thing. It's important for you to let go of that. Maybe it was a friendship that really impacted you and, things didn't go well and there was a falling out. Maybe it's that you just have to let go. You have to liberate yourself is essentially what I'm trying to say. From whatever it is that you need to do. Or from whatever it is that you need to liberate yourself from. So I want to clarify this Wheel of Fortune, okay? So let's get more insight into this Wheel of Fortune. Let's clarify this. Let's clarify this Wheel of Fortune here. What is this Wheel of Fortune for Virgo over the next 2 weeks? What is this? It's too many cards. However, one card did flip over, so we're gonna look into that. Seven of Cups reversed. A lot of truths are going to be revealed to you, I think, especially with this Pisces full moon. You're going to have a lot of epiphanies. I feel like you're going to realize the people that are taking advantage of you. And I feel like you're going to realize the options that you had or that were presented to you in the past just weren't for you, and they were very superficial. This is the card of superficiality, and I feel like you're going to have a lot of mental clarity. And I feel like you're going to realize how you may have misjudged someone that you really trusted, or how you may have really misinterpreted a situation that you thought benefited you. And I feel like that's kind of how you ended up in this Ten of Wands situation where, you know, you thought you could take on the world. You thought you knew the answers. You thought you knew everything. You thought that you were clear. And now that you're carrying all this weight, you're like, oh shit, I messed up. I thought I knew better. And it might be a little bit of a hit to the ego to admit that you were wrong and that you miscalculated. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's better. Sometimes it's better late than never. It's better late that you make this realizations that you were wrong, or that you miscalculated, or that, you know, people weren't who they said they were, or, you know, they were offering these fake opportunities or these superficial opportunities, or that you were surrounded by superficial choices and a superficial life or whatever. What is going to happen with this Wheel of Fortune is that you are being brought on so much mental clarity, and you're realizing so many things, and you're realizing that all of the things that you thought you wanted, you didn't actually want. And I feel that a lot of you were kind of taking on the things that other people wanted, or you were trying to live through other people, or other people were trying to live through you. And you were doing those things for them because you wanted to make them happy. And now you're realizing that this isn't meant for you. And so I feel that a lot of you are kind of going your own way. I have the Knight of Wands. A lot of you are asserting your independence. You're going your own way. You're doing your own thing. And you're like, you know what? Do your own thing. It's up to you whether you want to live your dream or not. Right? You know, you're going to be saying to these people, like, that's not my responsibility. You want to make the money? Then you make it. Find a way for you to make it. It's not my job to make money for you. It's not my job to take care of you. It's not my job to live your dream. That's not my job. It's not my job for you to live vicariously through me. I am not a vessel for you, essentially. And so I see you going your own way, asserting your independence, like I said. You are standing up for yourself. I feel like a lot of you are standing your ground. I feel like a lot of you are maturing because we're going from the page. You know, I feel like with this Page of Wands, you're making a lot of realizations. You're finally seeing the messages. You're receiving the messages. And now with those messages from the universe, from your guides, from your angels, from your ancestors even, or whoever, whatever you believe in, you're going your own way. And you're following your own path, and you're not letting anyone stopping you. And I feel like there's kind of like a fire under your ass, and that's your motivation. And I feel like a lot of you are no longer working to impress other people, or working to make other people happy, or working to serve other people that just really don't appreciate your work. With the Eight of Wands reverse, this is someone who, you know, you were working so hard, but you were never acknowledged for that. You were never compensated enough for that. Even if you were compensated, you were never compensated for that. And so now you're going your own way. You're making a lot of these realizations. Light is being shed on all of these things, on how, you know, people may have been taking advantage of you, and how, you know, these relationships may have been a little bit unhealthy, or maybe even a little bit toxic. And how, you know, the wheels are turning for you to go your own way. And to balance out the scales, justice. You could be dealing with a Libra. But this to me is saying, like, you're holding the sword of justice on your own, and whoever was not serving you is out. You're cutting them out, and it's not even like an emotionally charged thing. It's just an objective thing where it's like, okay, you weren't doing anything for me, you were leeching off of me, okay, bye. That's it. It's like, no, there's no hard feelings out of this. You're just like, sorry, no hard feelings, but you gotta go. You know, I'm not mad at you or anything. I don't resent you or anything, but you were taking advantage of me. So I'm going to do the best thing for myself and push you out of my life or distance myself from you. And that's that. You know, I feel that there's a lot of communication going on. I feel like a lot of you could be speaking up for yourselves with this Page of Wands, because that is communication, that is messages. And I feel like you're just finally speaking your truth. And I feel that a lot of you are really realizing how people may have really taken advantage of you, and how you may have let them take advantage of you because you wanted to be accepted, or because you wanted them to love you, or because, you know, you were looking for that external validation from other people. And so I feel that a lot of you are kind of saying, you can either treat me fairly or you can go out and leave. You know, the door's right there. You can leave whenever you want to if you're not going to treat me the way I deserve to be treated. I feel that a lot of you are really going to be treating yourselves the way you wanted to be treated, and people are either going to mirror that or they're going to go against it, in which case the people who go against it, you just need to push to the side, push them to the curb. Yeah, I feel like this is a very kind of karmic moment for you, honestly. I mean, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have Justice. I feel that this was very much planned by the universe. And I feel that a lot of you kind of need to let loose, need to be free, and to unleash your inner child again. To unleash the part of you that has been suppressed for so long, that has been oppressed for so long. And I feel like a lot of you are going to realize how much work that you have put in and have received so little for. And I feel like a lot of you are going to realize how much work you put into these relationships and you just were never... There was never any sort of reciprocation, essentially. And so I do see a balancing of the scales, and I do see a lot of... I see a lot of growth, essentially. Strength reverse is kind of telling me, again, you could be dealing with a Leo, with the Sun and Strength. You really could be dealing with a Leo. But I think that with the Sun card and the Strength card, I feel like this may have started in Leo season, or this is something that maybe you've been dealing with since Leo season or whatever. Or, like I said, it could just be a Leo. But I feel that, you know, you're balancing out the things that have been going on for so long. I feel like you're balancing out the boundaries or whatever. That kind of makes sense. Strength reverse to me is like either someone who's being too prideful, or just someone who really lacks self-worth, who lacks self-compassion, who lacks self-esteem, who does not believe that they are deserving of love or compassion or empathy. It's a disconnect between your inner warrior. And I feel like it's a disconnect between you and healthy boundaries. And so I feel like the scale is finally being balanced out, and I feel like a lot of you are going to speak up about how you have been treated. With the Page of Wands, a lot of you are going to be speaking up about how you have been treated and how people have been treating you. And I feel like it might not be the prettiest of conversations, but I feel like it's a very needed conversation. And some people might not want to admit that they are wrong, Four of Pentacles. And some of you might even have a little bit of a hard time leaving this strength reversed energy, because you are comfortable of being treated the way that you have been for so long. You're comfortable just taking on everyone's shit and dealing with it. Because the Four of Cups or the Four of Pentacles can just signify someone who is clinging onto a false sense of security, in which case you need to step away from that. Four of Swords, bottom of the deck. Four of Swords, you need to give yourself a rest. You need to meditate. You need to disconnect from everything. You need to disconnect from the internet, from certain people. You need to hermit mode. Hermit mode. You need to focus on yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to rest up. You need to rejuvenate. And some of you might just need to reject certain energy that just doesn't belong to you anymore. So let's get into it, darling. Let's get into the oracle, because I'm already at 25 minutes, girl, and I'm not trying to take up too much of your time. All right, so what messages can we give to Virgo for the next 2 weeks between September 9th through the 22nd? What messages does Virgo need to hear based on the energy present for them for the next 2 weeks? What messages can we give them based off of the spread? Alright, so what messages does Virgo need to hear? What additional messages does Virgo need for the next 2 weeks? So got a card. Swear to God, dude. Swear to God, dude. Oh my God, bro. I love how this happens. I love the synchronicities. So we have the fates. The universe, dude. What can I say? The universe. The universe is planning something out for you. They're doing so much for you. Everything that is happening for a reason. And it's time for you to no longer remain kind of like complacent or passive in your life, to take a little bit of action so that you can liberate yourself from this Ten of Wands energy, from the weight from the weight that you have been feeling for so long. It's time for you to speak up. And then we have time for a nap, dude. Time for a nap. Four of Swords. You need to disconnect. Whether it be from social media, whether it be from certain people, whether it be from friends, family, a job, maybe, I don't know. You need to give yourself a break. You need to disconnect so that when you come back with a fresh perspective, you come back with fresh eyes, with a fresh pair of eyes, and you can see things a lot more clearly. So that you can see how fate is actually working in your favor. And I feel that you need to rejuvenate, you need to rest, meditate, practice yoga, whatever it is that you do to rejuvenate. Rejuvenating does not mean spending a lot of money on shit that you don't need. Just putting that out there. You need to rest your eyes. You need to just push everything to the side. Maybe take a little bit, a mini vacation, okay? So that you can see the chaos and conflict that is going on. So that you can see what is actually going on. So that you can see the reality of the situation. And I feel that some of you might have a little bit of an identity crisis with this chaos and conflict. You might be wondering, like, am I really who I say I am, or have I been this person to please other people? You know, there might be a little bit of that crisis of, like, who am I? Who am I really? And trying to figure that stuff out. But I feel that you will figure that out once you take that nap, once you rest, once you rejuvenate, once you meditate. All the answers are within you. It's just up to you to look for them in the right places. And this is all happening because everything was just building up to this moment, I feel like. The dates. Everything was building up to this moment. Also, if you hear vacuuming, I'm sorry. They're vacuuming outside. Bro, I love how these cards just... So we have Two to Sea, really quick. This just signifies to go with the flow. Be open to change. Be open to the wheels turning. You know, be open to the possibilities. Don't have any sort of expectations. Just practice non-attachment. And then we have To Be Fair, which, I mean, justice, again, could be dealing with a Libra. But go with the flow so that, you know, things can just balance themselves out on their own, but also just, like, take the actions that you need to take. Listen to your intuition, and I feel like once everything is balanced out, you'll live a better life. You'll mend with yourself, whatever. Yes, okay. We're going to go ahead with the affirmations. I don't want to take up too much of your time. We're like at 30 minutes, I'm sorry. So, what affirmations can we give to Virgo for the next 2 weeks? What affirmation is we're going to hear for the next 2 weeks that resonates with the current energy that we have discussed? Oops. Frick. Virgo. Alright, what affirmation is we're going to hear based on the current energy that is being presented to us? What affirmation is we're going to hear for the next 2 weeks? Alright, got it. I'm just going to continue shuffling just because habit, but I got 2 cards. Alright, 2 cards fell out. We have divine timing and vitality. So here's divine timing. Here's vitality. Alright. Everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. Vitality. I'm healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. Really quickly, I feel like this really resonates with Ten of Wands. If you have been feeling sick, like physically sick, or emotionally just really drained, whatever it is that, you know, you've been feeling really down, you've been feeling down in the dumps, feeling under the weather, it's probably because of everything that you're carrying. It's probably because of the unnecessary stress, because of the unnecessary things that you need to do, whatever it is. And so you need to focus on bettering yourself. You need to focus on nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, taking care of the inner child, like I said. Do things that make you happy. Do things that connect you with your inner child. Do things that you used to love doing when you were a kid, whatever it is. If that was riding a scooter, do that. If it was going to the park, do that. Whatever it is that made you happy. If it was reading a book, if it was reading, whatever it is, do that. Take care of yourself. I swear to God, Virgo, take care of yourself and enjoy it. Don't think about, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. No, disconnect. Go to a spa. Go get a massage. You know, get yourself some lush bath bombs. Get yourself a face mask. Do that. Pamper yourself. This is your season. I need you to take care of yourself and disconnect from everything so that you have a better and more clear mind. All right? So that's all that I have for you, Virgo. I really hope that this resonates with you. If it does, let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear all of your feedback and all of your stories. I really do love interacting with you and all of the love. I'm so grateful for the love that you give me. Honestly, it's just so, it feels like home, honestly, talking to all of you. So there's that. Give the video a big thumbs up. Share with your friends, family, loved ones, classmates, teachers. Play this video at the Apple Store. I'm kidding. Let's see. Subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to know when I upload my videos. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at Sinfulpluto.com. Please take the time to read the terms and conditions, disclaimers, privacy policies, the reading descriptions. Please take the time to inform yourself of the readings and services that I provide before booking a service. Please, just for the love of God, do that. And I think that's it. So I love you. I will see you soon. And I hope that you have a wonderful 2 weeks. I hope that you have a wonderful full moon. Please take the time to enjoy this full moon, to release everything that you need to release during this full moon. Focus on taking care of your inner child, all right? I love you. Drink lots of water. Take care of yourself, okay? Eat good foods, everything, all right? I love you.